Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And we're back again with more picking 5 action from the Velvet's Go to Pick 5. So yeah, if you've not seen the other games from this tournament, we've got a special rule here. We have to pick 5, either 5 food or 5 cards, and nothing in between. So we're going second in this one, and we're going to jump in. I think it's been all cards so far for us, so we're going to keep that trend going on here. I think probably not. With that starting hand, that's not exactly what you're looking for. So certainly, I mean, European the Robin in the tray, that works pretty well with a 5 fooder because you're keeping the food you need for that. Sparrowhawk does work well if you are going for cards, because obviously you can just play that for free straight away in the forest. But yeah, it would be almost impossible to play either this Warbler or this Yellow-breasted Chat, given the state of that bird feeder. I'm not sure any of these others are ones that interest me. So I think this is going to be a 5 fooder. I had no idea on this bonus card. I really don't like Large Bird Specialist at all. I mean, especially in a start like this where you have no birds. You just got no idea if you're even going to find large birds. I think at least Breeding Manager. I honestly think Breeding Manager is better than Large Bird Specialist. And at least if I'm going for that Robin, and who knows, maybe I have to go for that Hooded Merganser as well, just to get something for the wetlands. They do both hit that at least. So let's keep that alongside our 5 food. So yeah, I'm not sure I've had a 5 fooder yet. We'll see. Can you still get something good out of that versus the 5 bird starts, which I think generally have served me pretty well in this tournament so far. Alright, here we go. It's background to our first turn. What does our opponent done? They've gone 5 birds this time, so we are role reversing here. Yeah, we're gonna go pick up this Robin. This is gonna sort us out for food for sure going forwards, and like I say, might have to be that Hooded Merganser. It might have to be Hooded Merganser for that first wetland bird. It does, at the very least, hit this first end of round goal, so could always be worse. But there we go. Opponent taking a fish, so interesting. Normally you would expect something taken for a forest bird, but they've gone for fish, so we are going to take the Merganser. I don't know. What do we think that is? Do we think that's an osprey maybe, or is it just a regular old wetland bird that they're going to go and play? But yeah, a bit of a tricky feeder this one. No worms, which there's plenty of those early game birds that you'd look to get down that cost a single worm. But suddenly with a feed like this, and if you're keeping 5 birds, you can't keep the worm for it. So maybe maybe an element of this game mode that I've not really thought about yet. But we'll see. It is a Clark's Grebe going down, so that's going to be really good for these end of round goals, and of course getting a bit more food. But yeah, we're going to play our Robin, and I think just proceed in the standard way. We're going to take food. We're going to play the Merganser. It's going to take a bit of forcing, but so be it. And yeah, then we'll probably lay eggs, draw cards, and maybe lay eggs again if it helps for this end of round. That might be something to consider, but depends a little bit what we draw, of course. Depends a little bit on what's the state of the bird feeder, if there's anything in the tray we want to go for. Lots of things to think about. But yeah, interesting to see my opponents going for the wetland bird straight away, and obviously not having any food, so they might need to find something like the Sparrowhawk that I started with to get down for free. So we're going to take food. We're going to take something that just makes it a bit harder for them to re-roll. I think that's going to be my play here. Try and be a nuisance. If they need a worm, tough luck. I'm going to try and prevent you from re-rolling for as long as I possibly can, because that could potentially slow them down and definitely lower the potential of their setup. But it seems like for now, with the grebe and with the laying of the eggs, they are going to go ahead and dig. But even something like that Cooper's Hawk, you know, if you're looking for a forest bird, there's no rodents. So you're going to need something like a chickadee or a nuthatch that just costs that 1 food, and you're probably going to hope it's a seed here in order to get that down pretty easily with what's available in the bird feeder. But yeah, this start, honestly, it could be a lot worse. It could definitely be a lot worse. I'm going to have a wetland bird down and a food gaining forest birds. So if my starting hand was Robin Merganser, I could have got this set up obviously a little bit quicker, not having to pick those up from the tray one by one. But honestly, I don't think this is too much slower than how that opening would have been. Just keeping the birds in the starting hand. Looks like they're going cards again, so they keep 5 birds at the start and then draw a bunch more. Gives you lots of options, I suppose, but yeah, might prove tricky. Might prove tricky for getting a bit of food going, but who knows? The more cards you look at, the more chances you give yourself finding, you know, hummingbird, crow, towhee, all of those sorts of birds that you look to go for. So we'll see if that pays off for them. But we're just going to lay eggs. Like I said, I think we will lay eggs twice here because they're going second. So if I don't lay eggs twice, they can easily lay eggs and win the end of round. I'd rather cement my position here, make sure I'm winning it if I can. And then yeah, see what they're going to do. They might be laying eggs and still digging. Maybe they're not finding good stuff. But I would certainly expect that they're going to have something that they can get a bit of food for. And think about getting that down. But yeah, exactly what I said before about not wanting to give them worms. If I lay eggs, if I draw cards, if I just bide my time, do a bit of digging, don't touch the bird feeder. Let them work hard. If they want to reset that, they can put in the hours for that, and I'll sit back and just wait. Because yeah, if the feeder gets reset and if there are other foods, I mean, that's where this robin comes in, so that you can get 2 of the same food, which is sometimes handy. But they're going cards again. They didn't lay eggs that time, so I don't think they went from the tray. So I think they are still top decking. I'm going to lay eggs now, so the risk with drawing cards now is that if they draw cards and then something comes up in the tray that I want to take, I'm going to have to draw cards. I don't lose the end around way. So if I lay eggs now, it gives me security. I can be sure in drawing cards on that last turn, and everything's going to be okay. So yeah, we're going to be on something 17 points for the end of round 1 with a wetland bird and a forest bird down. Like I say, plenty of worse positions to end up in. So I'm definitely a bit surprised that they're still drawing cards. I feel like something like that Siskin, but again, ordinarily, if you could get 2 seeds, I think I did take a seed earlier with the robin, so I don't know, maybe that was an accidental big brain play, but yeah, if there were 2 seeds, I think you'd be getting that Siskin down straight away because you got all these extra cards, you can tuck them, get points, and get more food, which is exactly what you need in this position. So yeah, I had another game in this tournament recently where my opponent opened with the Vo Swift, similar power, tuck and get a worm. I think that kind of bird, that's a very strong bird in this game scenario where you have to keep 5. Ordinarily, I wouldn't look at these birds, but yeah, where you're having to keep all these extra cards at the start, those feel pretty good. So they're still drawing. Oh man, this is wild. This is wild. Going for the 5 cards and then still drawing. So all the power to you. We are also going to draw. Yeah, not find great stuff. It's got to be said, but yeah, we do at least have more eggs. We're going to be doing a bit more digging, I think, in that next round. And these cards, if they're not good, that's fine. I'll just discard them in the forest. I'll get a bit more food going. And hopefully I'll at least find 1 or 2 good birds to play. And then that extra food is definitely going to come in handy there. A star nest would be nice. they've definitely got the upper hand here with that grebe. But there we go. I think they did take finally that that forest bird. So yeah, maybe maybe they got bored or tired of not fighting forest birds, and just yeah, left it to the last second. But they did miss that end around goal, so no points for them there. And 4 for me is very nice. But yeah, still not really any great options here in this tray. Titmouse, bluebird, sparrow. The bluebird might actually not be terrible for me. I might pick that up. I could definitely see a world in which I draw cards twice, and then with that last egg, I do a double play in the grasslands just to get something going. Push out to 2 birds straight away. So that could be an option, but not so much the other 2. Definitely not as interested in those, but we'll see what comes up. And a cowbird. So they took, they did take the double birds. They took the titmouse for potentially a forest double play. I think we're just going to take these 2. I think, yeah, we've got lots of cup nest space. I'm sure they're going to have to legs at some point, and yeah, I don't want them getting this, so I'll happily take those 2 and not reveal anything else. Too amazing. I mean, to be fair, Force's turn actually might be something I look to go for. But yeah, I think I'll draw cards once more, and then I'll start getting some birds down. Because again, I'm quite happy to not take food here. I'm quite happy to leave this bird feeder in what is not great shape for them, and only go for food when I need to. No, they're going to take the turn, so no wetland birds for me. Never mind. It's the hope that kills you. But we might get our hands on a Savannah Sparrow. Is this a flycatcher? Man, I think I can be safe leaving that for them, because they're going to have no chance of getting the food for that. So we're going to go off the deck. Yellow-bellied sapsucker. Pretty nice one. Do I want this Savannah Sparrow? No, let's go off the top of the deck again. Okay, Carolina Wren. Also not bad. So we're getting some good stuff here. We're getting better stuff. Maybe is the wording, but yeah. Okay, what is their plan now? So they went for the berry. We're going to take food now, so we're going to chuck, I think, this. We're going to take a seed and we're going to re-roll. I think we're going to take this worm. I've got to think about this. I'm either going to get another seed or another whatever food I take here. I need lots of worms, berries. I feel like this double play is good, and I feel like getting this in the forest could be good as well. But equally this. But I definitely want to be doing this double play. So let's take a worm, and then let's take another worm. Yeah, I'm always wondering if they've like got Benellis or something, and they're gonna do like titmouse into Benelli for their opening forest play. No, they're just doing titmouse on its own. Yikes. Desperate situations, I suppose. But yeah, okay. Do we? I think they're going to go for. I think they're going to go for food again here. I can't see them laying eggs. So I think we go for food as well, because we can take berry, worm, and then get another berry. And I think that leaves us with all the food we need to play all these birds. Because we're going to do berry, worm, seed here, and then we still have berry and 2 worms, and so we can look at playing these. So I think that's going to be a good bet. But I want to save this Carolina Wren. I want to save that for next round, because if good stuff comes up in the tray, I can always play this and pick that stuff up, and they have gone for food, so this is good. We can get our double play down. And yeah, then we can go ahead and lay eggs. I think probably just to make sure that we do get something down this end around. But I'm trying to work out their strategy on this end around as well. Because I think they do still have... Okay, they took a seed that time. Berry seed. So, if they are going to get to 2 on this end around, they'd have to play something now. Now, they could well have House Finch. That's what I'm trying to work out. They could well have House Finch. But I think if you did, I'd almost rather put that in the forest than Titmouse on its own. I'm sort of teasing the idea of picking up this flycatcher, double playing into that, and then laying eggs. I get 2 eggs with, I get 2 cup nests with eggs. I get a worm back, so I can still play this wren. It's giving them 1 worm, but that might be a cost worth taking, and then we can still play this cowbird later. And the flycatcher actually does help for that next round. I'm sort of wishing I picked up the flycatcher when I did, but I think the rest of these are still good. Let's pick it up. I think we're going to pick this up. We're going to pick this up. Because yeah, we can double play here now. And I think this is guaranteed worth 3 more points, because we either are going to win instead of tying, or we're going to tie instead of losing. I don't think there's any way they can get to 3. So they're either going to finish on 1 or 2. And likewise, I would either finish on 1 or 2. So yeah, this flycatcher, this is basically 11 points. And it hits that next end around goal as well. And it's going to help, maybe with a bit of tempo. So they've gone for food. Yeah, we're going to win this end around then. So let's do this double play. And we'll lay eggs, and we'll see. I mean, yeah, if there is good stuff in the tray, I think we play the ram with the worm. Otherwise, we might just play the cowbird and make sure that when they are going to be laying eggs, because they are going to need to at some point, we are at least getting a little bit of points ourselves from that. So yeah, they've had the legs there, and we will lay eggs ourselves and take the worm. And win the end of round. So these 2 end of rounds that I was expected to lose ended up winning. Don't you love Wingspan sometimes? Yeah, Junko in the tray. I think that's perfect for them. They've got the food for it. They've got so many cards again, and they want to tuck those. So I definitely want to block that. So I think I will go play the wren up here. And yeah, do I take the Junko myself, or do I play it myself? That's what I'm thinking. I definitely take it, but it would be playable. We're going to top deck the other one. Oh, I'm sorry, but sometimes you just have to laugh in this game. Sometimes you just have to laugh. So now, Junko's definitely playable. I'm going to eat my words. Yeah, okay, and I'm very glad I got that flycatcher now. So suddenly the lack of card draw is not a concern. So they're going to play Black Whipper. Right, we're going to take food, and we're going to see if we can't get a fish. And oh my, you better believe we're getting a fish here. Okay, we are going to take probably another fish. I'd rather have another fish than another worm. I think this flycatcher, I'm going to just spam that now. They've got this black woodpecker down, and I've got gulls, so yeah, I think the way I'm going to play this, I play Junko, I lay eggs, and then play gull. And then our grasslands, probably just use that. We've got lots of these Brilliant Manager birds down, so can't tell you how happy I am. Kept that. I feel like that's definitely been a decision well made and a decision vindicated here with how this game has gone. Not going for the large birds. We might be able to get 4 points off this, which would be pretty nice indeed. So Yeah, definitely late on the goal, but I mean, we have no card draw, so it's still could be worthwhile. So that looked like a few worms there. Very nice from the old black woodpecker. Let's play this Junko. Yeah, I'm toying with the idea of playing the playing the cowbird first, but I think we do want to get this down because that's going to give us a seed. We can then use that seed to play the cowbird. So it might even be I might do eggs and then do cowbird gull, and then just leave it for the last round to start laying eggs and draw cards with the gull. So this is not going to be a huge score. Only 35 points at the moment, but yeah, with all due respect, this board is looking mightily underdeveloped for round 3 as well. So this might just be one of those games where both players score pretty low, and it's just about scoring more points than the other player. So we're going to focus on making sure we get as many eggs in the same same nests as possible. And look at that, they got loads of worms, so I can throw a worm. Not feel too bad about it. But yeah, I think Breeding Manager, I think we can get 4 off this. Even if it's just laying eggs 4 times. Or 5 times, I should say. That's how many turns you get in the final round. Even if it's just laying eggs that many times. I think we've got egg space to do that. For sure, and we can, look at getting 4 points here. Which is pretty good. And yeah, this end around, I'm sure they've got some stuff. I'm sure they've got a bird worth more than 4 points to play. They do indeed. Red knot goes down. Worms getting put to good use. So if they've got another, nothing we can do about that. This gull actually as well does save us a little bit on that last end around. We have none at the moment. So we're going to at least get something. So yeah, like I say, winning that first 2 end of rounds, I was definitely not expecting that. So I'll take the points there, and then if I have to take a bit of a hit in these last 2 by losing them, that's okay. We can come out all square. I am not too worried about that. But so yeah, I do think they must have some good stuff. They must definitely have some good stuff in their hand. Because they did draw an awful lot. Bush just come up. I mean, I can't pick it up, but I'm sort of thinking, now they're going to pick it up. I'm sort of thinking that I play the gull and then maybe lay eggs, and then I can play the bush tit and just, it's another Breeding Manager bird. Let's play the gull. We'll play the gull first. I'd be very surprised if they lay eggs here. I think they must have a grassland bird that they're going to use first. But yeah, we'll do double fish actually. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but yeah, if the bush tit's there, I think that is better than the cowbird, because same base points, given that it's going to help for Breeding Manager, might help us win that last end around goal, and it's extra points every turn. So Lazuli Bunting is indeed the bird that goes down before they lay eggs. So yeah, I think bush tit's better here than cowbird. I do think it is, so we're going to make sure. Let's put those eggs up here. Yeah, we're going to make sure we go and pick that up. Golden Eagle's actually not bad either, but don't think. I mean, we have got a rodent. Maybe could have taken a worm and played that, but yeah, just think here, 2 points a turn versus 1 point a turn. This also gets Breeding Manager points. This also might have end of round implications, and just generally egg space. I mean, here, if they are going to use this as a zoo bunting, we might have to be careful on the old egg space. But yeah, the final round bush tit play might be the way to go. As strange as it seems. So we are going to tie this end around in the end. They don't have any eggs, so they can't play any more birds. They are indeed laying eggs there for us. So we'll take that. There we go, into the final round. And yeah, not a good trace. So probably for them, play birds, do a bit of egg laying. They might have to take food once more, depending on what they've got. But yeah, I think for us, it's quite straightforward. So again, the score's quite low. That is 49 including the end of round, from round 3. So not the greatest score. But if we can do something on this end around, hopefully, maybe, perhaps. And we do still have, I mean, at the moment, Mockingbird, okay, we're about to see a lot of eggs coming in. At the moment, we've got none on this bonus card, but we might be getting up to 5 here. So yeah, we play Bushed It, we have 30 egg spaces, and only 4 eggs down. So we have 26 egg spaces, and 4 turns of laying eggs. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine on egg space, even if they copy... Lissazu bunting, which does look likely. We're going to have to use this gull every time because we tuck on the Bush Tip, we tuck on the Junko. So it costs us 2 cards. We need to gain those 2 cards back. So we're going to make sure we do that. So yeah, we're only going to be getting 4, 5 eggs a turn here from our own grasslands. So we've got a bit of space to manage to absorb some of these extra eggs, which I do imagine at least a couple of turns this round are going to be coming our way. So here comes the first lot. There we go, a couple of eggs. Good thing we've got space. Good thing we've got space on the robin. But yeah, time to lay eggs. So focus fire where we can. You can go. And yeah, we'll just take stuff, skip that because we don't need the food. We're going to be getting those seeds. We can discard the seeds for more eggs. I think we're going to have space for that. So not a problem. And yeah, with 3 more turns laying eggs, we can definitely make sure to put the eggs in the right spots while also saving space in the cup nests. For what is, what can only be described as an onslaught of eggs. But they don't have that much space, so they might want to be playing some of these birds just to create a bit of space before they go too crazy, because that's 7 eggs a turn in that grasslands. They've only got 6 spaces remaining, so yeah, got to be careful there. Got to be careful there. I think we don't have to be quite so careful ourselves, but yeah, this grassland's got to be said. It's pretty nice in the end. Okay, they are going food, but it did sort of come from nowhere. It all looked very uncertain. I think when was it? Sort of mid to late round 2, looking to go into that round 3. Wasn't really sure how this game was going to play out, but yeah, I think it's safe to say things have worked out pretty well here. So we just keep on laying eggs here. So we've got 14 spaces, and yeah, we generate 5 ourselves per turn. So even if they chucked another 4 eggs at me, I'd be able to absorb those just fine. And yeah, 3 on the breeding manager for now. We're going to get another one on the bush tit, another one on the robin. Lovely stuff. And yeah, it does seem like this end of round is going to be ours. I mean, we can get to 7. Most of the platform nest birds have pretty low egg space. Okay, sees Phoebe. Even more balls in the cup nest. You'd love to see it. Okay. So yeah, we are fine for this end of round. For sure. We're just going to make sure we get our breeding manager points. Let's take more cards. And yeah, we'll be good to go. One final turn. I don't actually think here. Yeah, so they can't copy the bunting. So they will just, I imagine they'll lay eggs. They'll just chuck a food and then use the bunting once and fill up on their egg spaces and go from there. So yeah, Black Woodpecker, I think it worked out here. I think it's one of those beds where if they could have got that down way sooner, but yeah, maybe they picked that up early, and just with the lack of worms and the lack of rerolls in the bird feed, I do feel like, so it's hard to say without knowing exactly what was in their hand when, but I do feel like a lot of that defensive work early on in the game, blocking those bird feeding rerolls, I feel like that's done a lot of work to really suppress the score here for our opponent. So we did get 1 free egg there. We're just going to make sure, yeah, we're good on our breeding manager. So we can very safely take a couple more cards, get another tuck, do a skip there, and win this end of round very comfortably in the end. So strong performance at the end of round, considering I was not expecting to do well in any of those, but we'll take it and we'll go here into the score. So yeah, I do feel like this is probably going to be a win. Low bird points for us both. 7 bonus points, not too shabby from my opponents. But yeah, end of round goals, we dominated. We should both have lots of eggs, but we have slightly more. And of course, we've got quite a few tucks as well to get us over the line. It is a win, 92 to 66. So yeah, 5-point breeding manager. Don't see that every day. Definitely happy with that. Let's take a look over here. Ooh, that's a painful one. Only 3 points on the Eologist. But 4 off Wildlife Gardener, not too shabby, but yeah, just a bit of a struggle. I do feel like that was for my opponents. So sometimes those games happen. I think certainly with this format, not being able to keep the food at the start can end up in situations like this. But considering I had to do 5 food, 92 points, I'll definitely take it. Like I said, all kind of came together with that Grasslands. Gold Junco bushed it. Obviously very nice when it did finally come together. But yeah, we take it. Another win on the board in this tournament. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that game. And if you want to see more like this, you can subscribe, you can stick around because there's more coming your way. And I'll see you in one of those very, very soon.